reaching the finish line in first position. Mark Forrester is also through. We've got the next race already on. A flying fish board and actually two flying fish boards at the front.
We've got Steve Miller in this race, so will that be him?
My mistake. It's a 4-4 board and a flying fish board at the front, and we also have a Sonova board closer to us. Let's see who we've got in there. We've got the Sonova board is definitely Mr. Holger Assenflug from Austria. Who did you spot in first, Sarah, again?
I didn't know whether it was Steve Miller, was it?
Yeah, Steve Miller indeed. Steve Miller, well spotted there, Sarah. Then we've got Bruno Turcotte, we've got Mitch Cherry, we've got Augusto Garcia, Orlando Macias, Rob Wilkinson, and Pedro Barrios.
And to remind you, we have 1 to 7 through to the quarterfinals, and I believe there are 7 gentlemen in this race. So, you know, good for them. All they've got to do is finish. But this young man, well, he's away.
Yeah, that's Steve Miller, one of the figureheads actually for Flying Fish, and the father of Maddie Miller, who's a very strong American woman athlete. Ooh, a bit of a chaos there with that 404 board going a little bit too on the inside.
Rogue.
And losing track a little bit there, and losing his third place clearly, and now fall. Ooh,
wow, what is going on?
Almost falling.
Yeah, we've in second place we've got Holger Hassenflug from Austria, and 1 and 2 look pretty comfortable there, but it is your top 7 through to the quarterfinals.
And you know what? I have the feeling the wind is causing that, because all of a sudden the wind is pretty strong. And you can actually see all the ripples, the subsequent ripples, on the water. Here's Holger Hassenflug from Austria, who's got a dual citizenship. He's from South Africa. He actually represented South Africa in surfing. He's a former top surfer.
Wow!
And he embraced stand-up paddle racing a few years ago.
Nice crossover. The wind is actually sort of almost like cross on shore at the moment, so yeah, that is causing issues with A, the start, and B, the whole of the course really. I think it's a little bit more settled down our way, but certainly as you get a little bit more exposed up to the start line, we've got a bit more wind coming across the water. We've got some beautiful birds up there just loving this, floating about in the wind.
By the way, as we are seeing Steve Miller now on our screen, it should be noted that it's his first ICF participation, so we should definitely put him as one of the favorites. It'd be interesting to see on his first ICF participation how far he can go in the competition, and I have a feeling that he should be on the podium along with Peter Weidert and potentially Packet Casey, and who's also starting with the ICF. Who have we got in the next heat?
Lots of paddlers.
Wow, that's a very, very... Oh, look at that. Woo! Look at that stroke. No, that's people practicing.
Yeah,
that's people
practicing. Okay.
Isn't it? That's people practicing.
Definitely.
That's not the next.
Oh, no, I think these maybe maybe these are the races. That race has definitely started.
Really?
So, yeah, I think it is. But these
and
races...
they allowed people warming up at the same time?
And we've got a faller in fourth place. Yeah, right next to the races. That's slightly unusual.
Okay, so it looks like we only have 3 racers in this one. That's a bit unusual.
Did we have a faller?
Maybe a 4th person just fell, but we've got 8 names on our sheet. Jose Perotti, Miguel Vadillo, Gabor Szabo, he should be in there. Yeah, Gabor Szabo is in 2nd place right now. He's on the starboard. We've got 466, that's Miguel Vadillo from Canada. We've got a flying fish at the front. I'm not sure yet who that could be.
How many times are we going to say this, Matty? We've got a flying fish at the front.
Yeah.
I mean, they are all over this event, aren't they? It's good to see. Interesting.
They're doing what they are meant to be doing, flying.
Here we have, on a flying fish board, coming into the finish, the winner of that heat,
That's
Steve Miller.
Fourth heat winner, Steve Miller, clearly one of the favorites. We need to check the times. Steve Miller from Florida, USA, and top flying fish rider. We've got on the right of your screen Holger Hasenflug on that Sonova board, finishing in second. And it's a flying fish board. I think that's a gentleman from Guatemala, finishing in third place right here. Yes, that's Pedro Barrios from Guatemala, who finished in third. But yeah, the top